NBA. It is upon us. Are you excited?
That place gonna be loud. Think about KD is in the building watching OKC get rings.
So you guy like Stephen A, he is a genius when it comes to garnering attention.
What do you mean, Channing?
It's great TV.
As we get to see what JJ is gonna do with the lineups, but until you get LeBron back, that's when their season starts.
Did Channing ever apologize for dipping his entire hand in the guac?
I didn't dip my dang hands. I knew you were going to bring that up. I did not dip my hands in the
He yelled
guac.
at the-
Yeah, I raw dogged the guac. I was starving. I was starving.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, she got a mimosa.
Dang, lucky.
Damn. You over here
I'm
scratching.
gonna drink it too.
I'm in a
Having said
hotel.
that, I am solo in the Road Trippin studios here in LA, which means there is no alcoholic beverage. That is just straight up orange juice. Don't allow your friend to drink alone. That's the lesson here in life. Okay. My name is Allie Clifton. That's Channing Frye. That's Dick Jefferson. Richard Jefferson. Welcome to this edition of Road Trippin. Guys, how are we feeling? Channing, are you in the North Pole?
Now, it is really foggy and chilly today, and I'm at my boy's house, and, you know, he don't want to put the heat on. I got to give him extra dollars, turn that heat up to at least 72. But no, I'm comfy. I'm comfy.
Okay, so he's in Portland, God's country, as they say. Rich, where are you coming to us from?
I am in New York City. Beautiful, beautiful, cold New York City. Beautiful, cold New York City.
And as you guys can probably see, Kendrick Perkins is not here. He
Big
was having
perk. Come on, big perk.
slight issues because he is coming to LA. Today is the day. We have waited way too long for opening night of the NBA. It is upon us. Are you excited? Do you guys excited? Like actually talk about real results and get the season going? How are we feeling?
Kind
Scale of 1 to 10.
of. Summer can always last longer. We don't have to jump back into school. We're about to jump back into school. That's all it is. Summer's over.
I'm actually very excited. I think, like, each year it's like you get closer and closer to, like, this next generation of, like, superstars, of them taking over the league. And, like, but then every single year, guys like Bron and KD and Steph, they don't go anywhere, and they're still monsters. So for me, I'm just seeing, like, these younger guys, SGA, Luka, Ant, Wemby. Obviously, Jokic isn't the younger guy, but, you know, see all of them. And then this year, with Tatum out, Halliburton out, you know, I think I was watching something of, like, who's going to be the next All-Star? Who's going to be an All-Star that wasn't last year? And I'm looking at guys like kind of like, what's Norman Powell going to be like in Miami? Or is Charlotte going to get it together? And what the heck does New Orleans look like? And is Atlanta as good as they seem? So these are all questions that I got that I think are going to be exciting.
Richard, Channing always has questions. My favorite part about Channing, and for our listeners and our viewers, is every time we ask Channing what he's thinking, he gives us a rundown of the entire league.
Yes, the
It's
entire.
my favorite thing. So we're going to get to as many of them as we can over the next half hour or so. For those of you that are just tuning in and those of you who have been rocking with us, obviously you see that we have launched a rebrand, and we're so excited about it. We just want to send a reminder every Tuesday, Thursday, Road Trippin'. We'll be dropping episodes as well as Channing Mailbag very soon and Perk Unplugged. So hit that subscribe button on YouTube and leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast app, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, wherever you listen and consume us. All right, road running. We're getting right to it. Opening night lineup that is happening tonight on one of the new family members, NBC. We got Houston at OKC and then followed by Golden State versus the Lakers. Let's start with Houston at OKC. Katie and the Rockets going to spoil a ring night. You guys know what ring night is like in Oklahoma City for the Thunder.
That place gonna be loud. Think about KD is in the building watching OKC get rings.
Dude, yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't
What
even
do you
think about it like
do
that.
you don't think the NBA knows what they're doing? The NBA, like they're like right now, you are going to say, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the greatest OKC Thunder player of all time?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. Kevin Durant is coming in there to watch that all go down. There's some emotion going on there. There's some emotion. The NBA knows what they're doing. They're like, you know, it'd be a good idea. Remember how Kevin Durant left OKC? He should play them when they're getting their rings. The NBA, that's kind of a dick move, but you know, ratings are that's the conversation. So that one's kind of a toss up because you don't know whose emotions are going to be higher, right? OKC from like kind of having that, and you got to flush it. As soon as you win, yeah, we're the champions. You're hugging. Gone. Everybody wants to beat you. That's the thing. It's hard to snap that feeling of joy back to being hunters again. That's why you see such crazy swings on like on those like ring nights and stuff like that.
Were you guys even sober by the time your ring night came around?
Oh,
Were you
yeah.
guys still drunk from the parade?
Oh yeah.
Well, we had to go straight to the World Series, so we had like a 24-hour of sobriety.
Wow, we had to go straight to the World
Then we
Series.
had to walk across the street or walk under a tunnel to go to the World Series. Shout out the Guardians,
Game
the
one.
former Indians.
Game one. Guardians
Great time.
versus Cubs. All right, so 2 questions. Does Houston spoil their night? And 2, do the Thunder fans, like Game 7 of the NBA Finals, stand the entire time?
Standing, yes, for sure.
Oh my God.
And it was wild. But here's what I'll say about that Game 7. And Richard was definitely there. And so, like, when Tyrese got hurt, they were a level 12, and then they went to like a level 9. I want to see what they're like at a full level 12 loud, because it was already loud in there. But then when Tyrese got hurt, they were kind of like, ugh. Like, we don't want to cheer too loud. But I do think this Houston and OKC team, I think these are going to become, I don't want to say rivals, but I think I think Houston's going to make it a nasty game. Like, and be physical and be talking crap and, like, challenging them. I just think they're going to come out with that attitude of, like, we're going to hit you in the mouth first.
I think the issue with Houston's kind of last 2 or 3 iterations of very good teams is that they were always the little brother, right? Obviously, when they had Akeem Olajuwon, they were big brother. Then you fast forward to like the T-Mac and the Yao Ming era, but there was Tim Duncan in the Spurs, right? There were other great teams, so they never really, you know, even the Steve Francis Yao Ming or then the next version of T-Mac and Yao, then it kind of fizzled out. Then it went James Harden and then that collection, but they were the little brother to the Golden State Warriors, right? And I feel like that's the issue with this Houston Rockets team. They have to prove that they're not back to being that 2-3 seed version of the Houston Rockets that just can't get over the hump of the Denvers, of the OKCs, right? Because that's where they are. They're not the most talented one, and they haven't been in any of their iterations over the last like 30 years. But that's the thing for the Houston Rockets. It's like they've always kind of been that 2-3 with the supreme big brother. And this group looks like it has two. They look like they can contend in this West, but they look like they got 2 big brothers in OKC and Denver that they've got to prove they can get through.
Yeah.
We'll have a little bit more on the Rockets in just a second, but I do want to move on to the second matchup because we got to keep this thing rolling. Golden State at Los Angeles. LeBron and Steph, rivalry as the 2 icons meet for the 57th time in their careers.
Damn.
They both will be in the building. Steph will be playing. I know, that's crazy. 57th time. LeBron, however, despite making history here as the first ever player to play in a 23rd NBA season, this is the first time ever in his 22 seasons to this point that he will not be playing on opening night.
That's
As we know,
ridiculous.
Bron is out until at least mid-November. That is absolutely crazy. So with that said, no LBJ for the Lakers. Who's winning the game? I can give you the starters that JJ announced yesterday. Luka, Gabe Vincent got the nod as the 5th starter.
Played
Austin
well in the
Reeves,
preseason.
Rui Hachimura, exactly, and DeAndre Ayton.
I'm going to go.
Who takes the second game?
I will say Golden State. And I say no, wait. Oh, hear me out. No, hear me out.
We're both y'all. I'm just kidding.
No. Hear me out. Golden State is 100% healthy currently, if I'm correct. That means Al Horford is ready. That means Kuminga is ready. That means Jimmy Butler is ready. That means Steph. That the whole Draymond, like their crew is ready. So for the Lakers to go in missing, 25% of their firepower, right? That's a different monster. DeAndre Ayton, this will be his first game as a Laker, right? Like no LeBron involved. So when you look at it, the Lakers are still have a little bit to kind of kinks to work out. They're missing 25, 7, and 7, right? And the Warriors are coming in full strength. That's all it is. So we're not going to get a real indication. We're going to see the pick and roll with Luka. We're going to see how well Austin Reeves takes on this number 2 scoring role and what he does. We get to see what JJ is going to do with the lineups, and especially, but until you get LeBron back, that's when their season starts. Because then it's like, how well do those guys mesh? We know that they're going to get extra minutes and extra shots and all the things. But when the big fella comes back and you got to be efficient and now you're managing it, that's the team that people believe have potential to go to, a deep run in the postseason. Not this team that we're about to see without him.
Well, I just think Golden State, when they're going through training camp, all they have to do is teach one guy how to play Golden State basketball. Everyone else knows the plays, they know the lingo, they know everything. And then Al Horford, the idea of him fits exactly into what they need. He can space the floor, reliable defender. He's not looking to get crazy points. He's not coming in with the ego. He's looking in here. Where do you want me to do? Dribble handoffs, roll, be in the corner. So that's easier to go through training camp and have him catch up to that instead of think about the Lakers. Is Braun playing? How are they going to play with Braun? Not knowing if Gabe Vincent is going to start. What is DeAndre Ayton going to be like? Like all these what ifs. And so that's the biggest difference for me. And that's why I got Golden State.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Assuming 100% health from start to end of the season, who do you think the Lakers would rather have? Al Horford or DeAndre Ayton?
Stop it.
No, I'm asking.
Al Horford.
Allie,
DeAndre Ayton.
do you see? But that just shows you how
Why
important
are you thinking Al Horford?
Al Horford's a monster. People don't
No,
understand.
no. I'm asking Channing I know he's a monster, but is he the pick and roll player at this stage of his career that you need to put next to the above the rim kind of guy that you want to play next to Luka Doncic?
Allie, when's the last time you said, well, what are we going to get out of Al Horford? You have never in his career ever asked. No,
I just said,
no, I know.
I'm not disrespecting Al Horford.
Right.
My point is how old is Al Horford, and are you expecting?
Wait, Channing. Let me jump in. Because I'm gonna answer your question, Allie. I want to answer your question, kind of for Channing. The reason why I posed that question, yes, there's no doubt that DeAndre Ayton is more talented. No. There's no doubt that he's more talented. Wait, what are you frustrated about?
Because you ask questions that.
No.
Allie,
I'm not frustrated. I am very confident in my answer, and I have no disrespect to Al Horford.
We're not taking it. We're not taking it that.
No.
Okay. The point is basically, I'm saying the Lakers adding DeAndre Ayton, them adding Al Horford is adding like an equally as talented player to that Golden State roster, right? That's what you're saying. Yes, Al Horford isn't the player like from you need a rolling big, but if you got Al Horford, he does so many things fucking well that but I'm just saying
And
that was the
champion.
What?
And he's a champion.
Yes, that's why Channing said Al Horford so fucking quickly. You said DeAndre Ayton, and I'm like, it's equal. It's very even. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people would see that if you look at his ability versus a 38-year-old.
Right.
See, do all the viewers, listeners see what I have to deal with when he gives you a question? It's like a trick question, and then you answer it one way, and then he makes you feel like you're wrong, but then you're actually right when he goes to explain the way he wants to talk about. Jesus, what are we doing?
Here's a quick sentence. In DeAndre Ayton's past, he has been questioned, does he even like basketball? Does he want to compete? You have never heard that in Al Horford's 21 years of playing basketball. So that consistency of who you're going to get professionally every single night outweighs the what if of DeAndre Ayton's rolling. If you know, here's what Al Horford's going to give me, and he's going to be making winning plays every single night, stuff that doesn't go in the box score, that is more important than the, oh man, DeAndre Ayton gave me 20 and 12, but then he disappeared the rest of the week. So that is what I'm
Right.
saying. But DeAndre Ayton, if even he's a 6 this year, outweighs Al Horford's 38ness, right? He just needs to be a 6.
38. Thank you. Okay, so with that said, there's a reason why Al Horford was certainly on the board for the Lakers this offseason. There's also a reason why Luka Doncic went and advocated for DeAndre Ayton. And there's also a reason why DeAndre Ayton has made it very clear that he has a lot to prove. And so from this standpoint, let the season
Let it begin.
breaking news. Jesus, here we are. Houston, KD, did you guys know this? KD has agreed to a 2-year, $90 million deal with the Houston Rockets. He left around $30 million on the bargaining table to commit to the Rockets. So with this deal, KD is now the highest career earnings in the NBA all time at $598.2 million earned. The second highest is LeBron at 581.3, just for a little bit of context there. Are you guys we're going to get to LeBron in a minute. Are you guys surprised by this decision?
No.
And maybe how it's unfolded of leaving some money on the table to obviously have some flexibility for the Rockets?
No, he's like, I'm going, boys, listen, we in Houston, Texas, we got some young boys. We gonna give y'all some money, and I'm gonna ride this bad boy out for the next 2-3 years. And y'all got money to go play. Y'all want to go get somebody? You got like, I'm not trying to cash all the way in. He needs to win. I'm gonna say needs. He would like to win like one more championship. And the ultimate equation is to have this young group to be in Texas and to have cap space to go get better. That's the best possible situation you could be in for Kevin Durant. So I'm not surprised.
The what if Kevin Durant wins in Houston is we will have to rewrite history books. He's already up there. But if he wins in Houston with this young team, we are going to have awesome conversations about where he is and what. It's always like, well, he only did it because he was, people are going to make up 1,000 things. KD is a generational talent and one of the best hoopers that have ever played basketball. But to go to Houston and to take this team that is young and talented and win a chip, we now need to look at like how we put that top 5 or 6, all-time list of like, where does he starts skipping some folks. That would be crazy. I couldn't even imagine.
Do you guys know what their proposed lineup looks like?
Yeah, sick.
Listen, big boys. Some big boys. Some big boys.
Jabari Smith Jr. 6'11", Şengün 6'11", Steven Adams 6'11".
Now, make no mistake. Look, let me say this. Let me to be clear to people. I will speak as this. I'll go back to my former when I was a good player, right? So like if I was
early 90s.
Early 90s. So like 18 to 20 point a game, like Channing, Richard. If you were to put a Jabari Smith on me, like we're destroying him. Like he can't guard guys like DeRozan and stuff like that. So there is some weaknesses to that lineup. It is a big lineup now, and you should be able to, but like that's a lineup that is very, I would say, scary, but I don't think that that's a lineup that they could really consistently flow out there against good teams.
I think, man, you look at like what OKC does with their help side. Dude, you have KD is not 6'11", by the way. He's taller than me, and I'm 7 foot, legit. That's a lot of arms everywhere. So you just are funneling. It's not like you're getting a regular shot off. You're getting contested. Every shot you shoot is getting contested by 14 feet of human. So like for me, and rebounding and getting out and athleticism, KD athleticism, Jabari athleticism, Sanguini athleticism. I think Steven Adams, who's a very capable center, is the least athletic guy out there, and he's by far their best rebounder. So, like, I'm excited to see what it's like. But OKC, I think Jalen Williams is still hurt. So I don't even know if that's their full team. So we'll see.
All right, we're moving on. Straight tripping. This is the fun segment. You guys know how this works. I'm going to give you some topics that are trending right now. You're going to let me know if the people are straight tripping or if they're in cruise control. We're going to jump right to it because Rich decided to take to social media this morning and have a little fun with your colleague over at ESPN, who is also about to be your colleague, Channing. And if Perk was here, we know the drill. Stephen A. has made his rounds most recently on a variety of topics, one being that of LeBron. He's been on The Pivot and on 7 p.m. Brooklyn, which is, of course, Carmelo's podcast, stating that LeBron James doesn't keep the same energy he has with him with white journalists. For example, on The Pivot, you ever see LeBron go at a white boy like he did with me? Let's call it like it is. The only time he did was when he was making fun of Brian Windhorst, who supported him in high school. And then on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, I don't like his ass, not even a little bit. You do not understand the length would go to. This dates back more than a decade. I believe he's one way publicly and another way privately. Is Stephen A. tripping?
Hey, I think this is hilarious.
I think
Speak
it's
your
so
truth,
funny.
Stephen A. And speak
You know
it
what?
right before the season. Speak
You are
it
so-
right before the season.
You're so brave. No, we know they don't like each other. We know they don't like each other.
That's okay.
There's nothing. That's
Oh,
okay.
is it a two-way street? Is it a two-way street?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm just
You
saying.
guys did something we don't know?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that you can see that obviously.
Why are you a part of it all the time, Richard?
I don't know why I'm a part of it. That's what I was saying. I'm like, yo, leave me out of this. I'm like, people know, like, y'all can tell stories without including my name. Leave me alone. I got no beef. I got no problem.
I think this
and I
is
just
hilarious. I think it's
I just don't
hilarious.
think. I think
So is
my
it-
name
is
being
it
brought
different
into
or what?
promotion of animosity.
The man's a genius. The man's a genius. This offseason has been pretty slow for the most part, right? And so it just so happens that somebody asked me questions. So you guy like Stephen A., he is a genius when it comes to garnering attention. And so you're telling me
What do you mean, Channing?
when you generate billions of views, you know what the F you're doing. So you're telling me he got the list of questions he's going to get. If he didn't want to talk about Braun, he would say, nope, I'm not talking about Braun. But he goes, yep, you can ask me anything. You know what he says? Like WWE, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage hated each other until they needed to go up against Andre the Giant, and then they came together as one. It's great TV. It's great TV. Stephen A., fuck LeBron. You know what? I'm going to say it too. Fuck LeBron. Okay? I hate him too. I'll just keep that.
He
Like
gonna
You know
follow
that
you.
ain't
He gonna
true.
follow you. He gonna follow you.
Hey, but dude, if you don't, I like it that he says I don't like you. But he still does. I don't care. Like, at least keep it out there, keep it real, and that's what he's doing.
Okay. This is what I want to say to people, right? This is what
I really
no,
didn't think you guys would enjoy this.
This is no, because it's fun. No, because you see both sides of it, right? We can have an opportunity to be people that know and work with and like see both sides of it. This is what I would say. Like, Braun has been the most viewed, in my opinion. I can't speak for Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, but from the moment he became famous in American history, he has been the most covered athlete in the American history of American sports. He's been the most covered athlete because it was the start of social media, him and all the things. So he's been the most covered. Braun sleeps very easily with drama.
On his yacht? Yeah.
He sleeps like he does not care. Every once in a while, he'll Braun will give one of those subliminal tweets or he'll talk some trash. He'll just be like, I'm human. I'll show you guys I'm not a robot. Here's me not being a robot. But ultimately, he does not care. He does
Taking a
not
video
care.
of his homemade pizza at home with
Yes!
his fork. With his
Trophies, like eating pizzas. He's a little troll. He's a troll. He doesn't care. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing why we can laugh about it. It's the same when we talk about Kawhi Leonard's 28 extra million.
Yeah.
Good for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't care.
What's so funny? He goes, oh, that was old stuff. Like y'all just now finding out. It's like, Kawhi, that's how it works. somebody finds out and they do research. They're never gonna find out. Like he's speaking like, yeah, the sky was blue yesterday, and you're like, what?
What?
You're like, how you feel, Kawhi? Same as I
But
did 2 days ago.
Listen. I want them to squash the beef. I want them to squash
No,
the beef. I want
no,
them to squash.
no. Beef it
Okay,
up.
let's
We're
move
at a steak
on
place
from
tomorrow
Channing,
in honor. I'm
we,
ordering a Stephen
bro,
A.
bro, we
LeBron.
need to, bro. We got to get them to squash the beef, man.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I'm saying. If they don't squash the beef, man, like
Do
what's
you think
stopping?
the beef continues when LeBron's done?
oh yeah, because then he's really not gonna give a fuck.
Nah,
Oh, you
like,
got a point.
nah.
Okay.
Richard, listen, he gonna be doing something, golfing or doing something, and somebody's gonna say something about him randomly, and he gonna say, you know what, I got time today. I'm not playing.
Maybe this circulates when it hits your guys' text chain because you guys are still on a text chain with him. Please let us know. You're on Road Trippin. Moving on, there was a little bit more beef. It may be just one-sided. Did you guys see the Russ versus LeBron or just the Russ-LeBron conversation that dropped yesterday? An expert from Weitzman's book, A Hollywood Ending, The Dreams and Drama of the LeBron Lakers, published at The Ringer, claims that following a visit by actor Will Smith in 2022, Russell Westbrook allegedly told a teammate, "I hate that fake shit," as the Lakers gathered for a team photo in reference to LeBron taking over the Q&A with the actor. This was leading into, it was one of those genius series that the Lakers tend to do with a variety of celebrities or influenced people. They bring them in with the team. Apparently, Westbrook seemed to view the Lakers star as inauthentic, given multiple instances of him being caught in a lie. Does Russ make a good point here? Do we need to move on? Is this just tripping in
This what I
general?
would say.
Is LeBron displaying good media training?
This. Let me say this. The book can't sell without these types of things, right? If it's just if you're just telling a story and there's no gotcha moment, there's no there's no conversation. So if you look at this, there's a unnamed source that's saying something, and this is where the beef started. So now we're talking about something that's hypothetical that we cannot confirm, right? That we don't know. So that's where it's like, I don't know if that happened. Like somebody can say an unnamed source and put it up like, oh, you didn't hear this from me. It could be an actual source, but now I have to give like something on something that I don't know if it's 100% real. That's my issue with those type of things in books.
Yeah, it just seems. I mean, I've probably done things when Richard was, saying something to somebody about me, like, Chang, what a dumbass. Or like, it's, you don't know how it's being taken, like, or damn, look at this dude faking. Like sometimes you're around teammates, you be like, why is he like that? And just shooting the shit. And then for it to get republished, you can make that sound anyway with a comma or a period, like, oh, look at his fake
And
ass, or look at his
can we
fake
move on?
ass. Yeah.
Like, what are,
No,
like,
well, I got a great example. I got a great example of Braun being real, right? And I think we probably told this story before. So I think, Channing, I don't know if we were in Chicago or we were in Toronto, right? So we were all we had a moment. It was a film session. It was something. Braun was being grumpy, right? Braun was being grumpy, right? And so then we had dinner that night. But me and Channing were like, nah, I ain't going to dinner. His old grumpy ass, right? So we're like, we're not going to dinner, right? But they were going for drinks after dinner. So we don't go to dinner, but we're like, all right, let's go. Well, let's go to dinner, or let's go meet him for drinks. As soon as we get there, Ron's a little tipsy now, right? And he comes over to us and he grabs us both like this. He's like, guys, I'm sorry I was being so grumpy earlier.
Like, what?
And Channing and I were like, big fella, it's okay, man. We know you got a lot on your shoulders. He's like, guys, I'm sorry. He's like, guys, I'm sorry I was being grumpy.
I was like,
and we was like, we love you,
okay.
big fella, man. It's good. Like, because we were all being grumpy. Everybody was in their field. But like to have him come, he knew he was being grumpy. And we was all chill because we know how much this motherfucker got on his fucking shoulder. But for him to come over and, drink, tequila or two deep and be like, Guys, I'm sorry I was being grumpy earlier. And it's like that's the human side that we get to see, right? Maybe
Yeah.
somebody else didn't get to see that space because he always is having to be a certain
Yeah, because he
way.
got you
But I've
traded.
seen but I've seen him but I've seen him be real. I've seen him on some
Yeah.
real shit of like apologizing to his bros for being fucking grumpy. And I've been around superstars that would never fucking do that. So it's like it just depends on your experience with the individual in the moment.
Did Channing ever apologize for dipping his entire hand in the guac?
I didn't dip my dang hands. I knew you were going to
See,
bring that up. I did not dip my hands in the
he
guac.
yelled at he cussed out everybody on the
Oh,
team.
yeah, I
How
was
many
Because
of
it's
you
upset.
so hot, and
motherfuckers be
this is a
telling me
fun
some
story
shit?
time. And this is what we do on Road Tripping. Can you please tell the story again?
So,
It's like early episodes.
yeah,
but we
early
gotta be
episode. So,
listening.
long story short, the game gets done. Your boy's starving. I'm already in a mood. My life is lifing, and I'm fired up. So, I don't know if I didn't either play good or whatever, but I literally, it was kind of nasty. I didn't wash my hands, and I grabbed a couple chips.
No, wait. There's at the end of every game, you walk into the locker room and there's a spread of food out there
Yeah.
already. Basically, after you come in, no one eats. Coaches talk. Then after that, guys shower, grab food, whatever, make a plate. But typically, coaches come in, we all start taking off our gear. Channing goes straight to the food.
I was starving. I was starving. Listen, I raw dogged the guac. Okay, the guac and chips, raw
No,
dogged it. Boom.
one person said something like, "Damn, you just gonna go straight
Yeah.
into the
So
chips?"
Braun got on me, right? So I go, and I was already fired up. There was a lot going on inside Channing's head, and like Braun said something, and I go, I can't cuss him out because he's gonna get me traded, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna eat this. Then Kevin chimed in, then Richard chimed in, and then somebody else chimed in, and then I just saw black, and I was like, fuck you. And it took everything in me not to
They said
stick my whole hand in the guac. It's like, fuck y'all. I was so mad. I was so mad.
I wish people knew what it'd be like to have to basically eat and live and train and travel with motherfuckers for 9 straight months every day.
Oh,
You don't understand the insanity. You're not around your sibling. You're around them more than your family. Like the only way to be with a person more is like in high school in like living in the same house as a sibling. You take that out, you're with them more than your spouse. You're on all the plane flights. You're on all the hotels, all the meals. Sometimes you motherfuckers drive each other like nuts. Like even people that like each other, we go fucking
it's
nuts.
literally 12 to 14 hours a day, every single
Ugh.
day when you're on a good team. And then that's not even the playoffs. So then it gets more intense during the playoffs. And then you're around
Then
each
it's
other even more.
camaraderie. You're like, let's spend more time together, so we need to lock in. Oh,
Channing sticking
oh,
his hand in the guac is the only image
No,
that
oh,
I
it's
I
can
so
wanted
picture.
to.
it's so
Allie,
fun.
dude, I was getting
I don't
ready
need
to.
all of you guys to tell me. And he's like looking over Braun. He's like, I don't need all of you guys to tell me.
Yo, dude, listen. There was one dude that was going to get me traded, and I was like, fuck you, you're
And I'm
cool,
like,
fuck
oh, you don't
you.
want to, and you know me, I'm like, oh, you don't want to say anything to big fella, huh? He's the first one to say something. I see how you are, Channing.
Oh,
Richard, stop it.
dude.
Y'all are welcome. That
Uh,
story will be retold over and over and over. If
no.
only there was a visual.
So
All
funny.
right. Last two topics. We are going to do some road trip and power rankings. Did you guys see, obviously heading into the 2026 season, The Ringer put out their list. Yahoo's list was last week. They're pretty similar, some kind of changes in there, but their top 5 players. Could you guys give me who you think are the top 5 players in the NBA this year going into the season?
Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Luka.
That's 4.
Oh, that is 4. Sorry. No. Oh, who did I forget?
Deandra literally is peeing her pants.
Well, she needs to get that checked. Listen, that's not
Well, that's
nobody's
gonna watch the
business now.
finals
But
episode when Channing says 90%, 12%,
Channing said it with
100%.
such power. He said it with such
hold on,
force. Like, oh,
SGA,
I got this. Just give us the fifth, bro.
Jokic.
We already fucked it up. Don't recount. You look like
Yeah.
Smokey counting money, flipping over the
Oh,
same 20, bro.
Ant. Ant is the 5th one.
Okay. Who do you? That's exactly what their list is. Rich, who do you have as your top five?
First of all, I want to go back and establish something. That book, right? It's done by the
Which
Ringer.
book?
Quit
Oh yeah,
but
yeah,
that's done by the Ringer. Ringer is owned by Bill Simmons. How's Bill Simmons and LeBron's relationship?
yeah.
Okay, so also
How's Bill
always
Simmons in the
understand the
cooking
source of
relationship?
the content. Okay, back to the where we are right now. That
He's
was the
not
wrong
even in
point.
the top 10,
Okay, so let
for
me.
your point.
No, no, no. Yeah, exactly. God, source of
For
content.
your
Good.
point.
It's almost like I'm clairvoyant. All right. It's God, right? So I would say that's pretty much the I agree with. You would say Giannis, Jokic, Luca, Shea, then you again, there is you could say Ant, but I would also look at a guy like Wimby and wonder what he could be, right? Because we could say this and then we could start the first month of the season and we could all be talking very different. Like we don't know. He could be the best. He could still be figuring things out, and he's a top 25 player, which is still ridiculous. So that's my five with the caveat of like I really want to see what Wimby looks like after a month.
According to their list, they do have Wembanyama at six. But then, since you guys
God,
both
I'm
agreed on the top five,
fucking good. I'm
since you both
fucking
agreed on the top
good.
five, could I
Don't y'all
get your
ever?
six through 10?
I'm done.
No, we don't sit here
I'm
and
done. I'm fucking. Like,
Oh,
why do I even
Wemby,
do this? Why do I do this? Why do I even do this?
okay,
Wemby,
so your six.
Brunson, KD, Steph.
Cheating, that's four.
I know. I'm thinking of the fifth one.
No, you're not. You were
Oh, Cat.
so. No, it is a play. Well, they do, but if would that be yours?
Bronson.
Yeah, I
Bronson.
said
You already
Brunson.
said Brunson. It is a player in the Eastern Conference. It is a team that could come out of the Eastern Conference.
Paolo or Cade?
Donovan.
Oh, Donovan. Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Ah, shit. Forgot about
They have Victor, Steph, Donovan, Jalen, and KD. So their list goes Nikola Shea, Giannis, Luca, Ant, Victor, Stephen, Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant. Hard to argue?
No, no.
Moving
I
on.
got again. Like all of these things are these. No, I'm saying this 10 shifts. This 10 can shift in 10 games.
10 or 9.
But I'm saying the 10. But I'm saying the 10 can shift in 10 games.
Is it
Look
wild
at
that
Channing
Donovan Mitchell
scratching his
is
forehead.
in?
He's struggling with numbers. Is it wild that Donovan Mitchell what?
Is always in the MVP conversation throughout the year, and nobody puts him on a top five list at the beginning of the year? Like, it's crazy.
Yes. Motherfucking nice.
He,
It's an interesting
He
thought.
yeah, I'm
nice.
saying,
He
think about that.
nice.
Like, as good as is not Cat, as good as Ant is, Ant's not been in the top three or top four of an MVP conversation where Donovan is, but every year we put Ant above Donovan.
Is this a year that Paulo jumps into to Banchero jumps into a like a top 10, top 15 player?
Yeah.
And like everything looks like it's trending that way. The way he's played dominant, like all his size, his skill, numbers that he's putting up consistently. They put more shooters around him. If you told me at the end of the season he was going to be somewhere between 10 and 15, if you told me he was going to be somewhere between 5 and 10, like as
That's a
far as a
big jump.
dominant season. But I'm saying though, but if you look at the trajectory of the jump, we're not looking for like a because he's got the physical advantage. Like let's say like a Cade
Yeah.
Cunningham doesn't have that like I'm just so much more. He's a skill player. He's not like I'm just so much more physically dominant. But Banchero is boy's huge.
Where's LaMelo? I know I've been talking about Charlotte a lot. What number is LaMelo Ball?
Who cares?
I'm just curious. I'm thinking of like
With that said,
a young superstar that can make a huge jump.
What I go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Allie. What were you saying? What this said?
you're good. You guys
No,
can finish.
I was gonna say like you gotta like he's got all the style, he's got all the he's got all the things. I just need to translate it into wins, into health. I want him to be healthy, but he's just not currently on the basketball test. He's not on the basketball test. If you're talking about who's competing, who's winning, who's up for the awards, who's up for the playoffs, that's who's on our test,
Oh, okay.
right? We know all the other stuff. We know the players. But if you're not on my test, bro, I'm not breaking down your game at the highest of level. I don't have time to do all of that stuff. Like, so that's why I say, not that I don't care, but it's like, bro, put your name into that space so we can start studying what you got going on.
Quick question. I just thought of this. Does Jalen Johnson from the Hawks make that leap this year and be a first-time All-Star? He is very interesting.
Yeah.
He is a gorilla.
But that's a big jump. That's a big jump. The same way it would be a big jump for Banchero to jump from like All-Star, All-NBA guy into like a top 10 guy. Same type of jump.
Yeah.
God, sometimes your intelligence really shocks me, and then other times it's really impressive. We're like,
gotcha.
Thinking, gotcha. Hitting the exit ramp. These are fun. We're going to do some prop bets before we wrap this thing up regarding tonight's matchups. All right. So obviously, we're going to get your predictions on some player props, but we're going to Houston, OKC, LA, Golden State. Keep it to those two games. We're going to start with Steph Curry over under 4 3-pointers tonight. He averaged 4.4 per game in 24-25.
Oh, he's getting that.
I think he's gonna hit 4, so I'm probably gonna have to go over. I don't see him hitting 3. I see him hit, but it's not even about that. It's not like,
I'm sorry, what?
Who's good guard?
I'm saying I think if you were to ask me how many threes I think he's gonna hit, I think I would say he was going to hit 4 threes tonight. Right? So I'm not gonna go the under, so I would take the over. That's me. I don't see him hitting 3.
Is that how betting works?
No, but I'm saying it's like I'm not gonna. He's got to hit 4 or more. Does he have to hit? Does he have to hit 4 or does he have to hit more than 4? So he has to hit 5
Over,
for you to win.
under, not right on top.
Whoa.
That's where I am trying to say. I think he would hit 4, so I'm gonna take the over.
Over.
Because I can't take the under.
Channing over. Got it. Luka over under 30 points. He's averaging 28 with the Lakers so far.
In the preseason?
In his 2 games in the preseason.
Anybody give a fuck about that? Under.
Last year.
I'm saying over. I'm gonna say over.
Over?
Under.
I say
Luka
over.
tonight?
What do you say? Over 30?
Under 30. Over under 30 tonight, taking on the Golden State Warriors.
Over.
Channing.
Under.
Kevin Durant. Over under 30 points in his Rockets debut. Averaged 27.2 a game during the regular season on his career.
That's crazy.
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under.
The under.
Because he has to be
He only has to do that tonight. 1 game.
Yeah. We know. We're locked in. We're locked in. He's under 30.
Channing struggles with numbers sometimes.
I do.
Like, so confident.
Under.
Okay.
All right, and last. SGA over under 30 points in his season debut. Averaged over 30 points for the last 3 years. Said on the starting 5 that 30 points is a bad game.
I saw that. That's crazy.
It's his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife. I wasn't sure if it was fiance or wife yet. His wife was like, "You call that a bad game?" It's like one of the best clips.
And he goes, "Yeah, it's under my average." And I go, "Oh, shit." Hey, and my son Hendrix goes, "Dad, is that a..." He goes, "Why did he say it like that?" He go, "Hey, he a bad dude.
He a bad man.
Lauren goes,
He a bad man.
This is 30 points tonight for Shea.
I gotta go to over. I'm gonna go over. I don't believe it, but I just feel like I'm betting against Shea. Yeah, I don't want to bet against Shea. He's betting under, so he's betting against Shea. I'm betting over. I'm betting with Shea. That's all I'm saying.
I'm betting on Houston's defense more than Shea. That's it.
Okay. And I'm betting on Chosen Family Wine. Don't forget, Road Trippin 10 get you 10% off. Channing's rocking the gear right now, Chosen Family Wines. Remember, every Tuesday, Thursday, Road Trippin will be dropping new episodes. On Thursday, Channing and Perk will all be in the studio together here at the Road Trippin Studios in LA. Rich will be calling a game. He will not be with us. But I appreciate both of your times today. And Channing will work on that math. And I will see you guys next time. Love you. Subscribe. Hit the button.
Screw
you know
numbers.
What to do. Another edition of
Screw numbers. We don't need numbers.
The stupid numbers.